This is numbers 11 through 13, where we're going to graph the transformation. On number 11, I see that I have a vertical stretch because we're only affecting the y. We're multiplying it by 1.5. So let's start by finding out what a is. A is currently at -4, and then it's -3. And then b is currently at the point -3, comma 1. Now, if we're going to do a vertical stretch here, basically you're going to leave your x alone. So a prime here, my x is going to stay -4, and then b prime, my x is going to stay at -3. And now what we need to do is we need to take both of those y's and multiply it by 1.5. So when we do -3 times positive 1.5, we're going to get -4.5. And when we do 1 times 1.5, we're going to get 1.5. And now we're going to plot those points. So we're plotting the point -4, -4.5, which is right here. That's a prime. And we're plotting -3, and then it's going to be 1.5, so that's b prime. And then you're just going to connect the dots, usually with a straight edge there. Number 12, dilate by 1/2, and then we're going to reflect. So let's go ahead and start with C. C is at -4.2, and D is at 0.2. Now when we dilate it by 1/2, that means both the x and the y are going to get multiplied by 1/2. So 1/2 of -4.2 would be -2.1. 1/2 of 0.2 would be 0.1 because I multiplied every single number by 1/2. So let's go ahead and plot those. That's at -2.1. That's where C is at, C prime. And D is out at 0.1. So that's D prime. That's currently where we're at. Now we're supposed to reflect this over the line x equals 1, which is this line right here. So just count the distance. It's 1 unit away this way, so go 1 unit this way, and we're going to call that D prime prime. And then this is 1, 2, 3 units away, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3 units this way. That's C prime prime, and that will be our final answer. On number 13, we're supposed to do a rotation, but it's going to have a center other than 0, 0. So let's look at where we're rotating it about. We're going to do a rotation around this point right here. So the first thing we want to do is we want to move this to the origin, and that means everything is going to get moved 1 unit to the right, because if I move this 1 unit to the right, it's at the origin. Eventually we're going to have to put it back. So let's remind ourselves, if we're going to put it back, we're going opposite. Instead of moving it 1 unit right, we're going to go 1 left eventually. Now that I've moved all these points here, let's go ahead and find them. G is at -4.2. F is at -2, -3, and E is at -4, -3. 180 degrees is what we're supposed to do. 180 degrees, find the opposite of both. So we're going to do the opposite of both of those, and that's going to give us +4, -2. Opposite of both is going to give me 2, 3. Opposite of both is going to give me 4, 3. Now let's go ahead and plot those, but as we plot them, we need to move each coordinate 1 left to finish this up. So we go to 4, -2, and now we're going to go 1 left, and that is G prime. Then we're going to do it again, 2, 3, but we're going to go 1 left, so that right there is going to be F prime. Then we're going to go 4, 3, so 4, 3, but then we're going to go 1 left, that is E prime. Now we're going to connect our dots, and then you can check this. See how this is going up 3/2, up 3/2? That would make a straight line 180 degrees. So we know we've done it correctly.